Ugh, making a mess. Oh, are we recording? Oh, welcome back to Shanks Ranks. I decided to do a video on the Wonder Woman 1984 3D Blu-ray. Before I get into the 3D aspect of the movie, I just wanted to talk about the movie itself for just a quick second. I don't think I'm going to put out any spoilers, but since I am talking about the movie and, a little bit about what goes on in it, then maybe you should turn this video off if you haven't seen it yet. But anyway, just a quick thought about it. I saw this on HBO Max when it came out. I didn't think it was that bad when I first saw it. In fact, I was kind of surprised how much hate the movie was getting. And after watching it again tonight for the second time in 3D, I think I can kind of get it now. I mean, it's not a terrible movie. It's really not. But let's look at the runtime for this. 151 minutes. That's over 2 hours. That's like 2.5 hours. That's a long time for this story to be told. I honestly feel like they could have taken away 30 minutes of the movie, maybe even 40 or 50, and still have gotten the story told. There seems to be a lot of unnecessary dialogue in it. The dialogue keeps repeating itself in different scenes. And then there's just a lot of stuff that doesn't really make any sense to me, that doesn't really seem practical. All of a sudden, okay, she learns how to fly, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know. Maybe she's not. She's using her lasso to swing from a cloud or, to lightning bolt or whatever. But here's the thing. So she's doing this new technique where she's floating through the sky and she's trying to get to that broadcasting station at the end to stop what's his name from, sending out all those wishes and whatever. And she's wearing her normal Wonder Woman costume, and then all of a sudden, when she lands to fight Cheetah, she's in that golden armor with the big wings. Okay, how did she get that on? Literally, she's flying in the clouds, wearing her normal getup, and she's not wearing a backpack. She doesn't have a duffel bag on her. She literally just lands and she's in the outfit already. This isn't Doctor Strange. There's no magic going on here. I mean, the only thing magic is her lasso, right? I don't know, where did that armor come from? And then it doesn't really make any sense, because to me it seems like it's more of a symbol, for that Amazonian woman that sacrificed herself for the rest of them so they could go to Themyscira. But it doesn't really seem practical for her to go into battle like that, for Diana to. I mean, because it's really clunky. It's a lot of clunky metal blades forming these wings. It slows her down. I mean, I guess it kind of helps shield her from Cheetah's attacks, when they're in battle, but more than anything, it's just slowing her down. And then not only that, but did she know that Cheetah was going to be there in Cheetah form, waiting to attack her? No, she didn't. So, what, she's just going to see this guy at the broadcasting station to get him to stop broadcasting the wishes, decked out in this full warrior armor? It doesn't really make any sense to me. Anyway, the movie wasn't terrible. I'm not trying to bag on it completely, but like I said, I just think they could have taken 45 minutes off of it and the story would have been told just fine. I have watched Zack Snyder's Justice League at least 6 times already, and that's a 4-hour movie. And every time I watched it, it didn't seem like it was 4 hours because it was so good. It literally, I mean, I took a little 10-minute intermission on the half-hour mark. I mean, not the half-hour mark, when you switch to the second disc for the movie, but this movie just felt like it dragged. Anyway, I hope the third one is better. Also, did anybody feel like the broadcasting station at the end of the movie was very, very similar to Bruce Wayne's Batcave in Batman vs. Superman? I distinctly remember Bruce Wayne sitting there trying to decrypt that device right before he goes into the nightmare sequence, and I swear it's the same room, it's the same cave. Anyway, that being said, let's just get into how the 3D looks on this. So let's start with the brightness. So normally when I'm watching a 3D movie on my TV, I have it on the preset mode for expert darkroom, and I have it calibrated for 3D for that. And I've never had to change it from that presetting. Like, it just looks perfect. This one, I couldn't really see the 3D in it that much, and I felt like the brightness was really low, and it was just hurting my eyes. So I switched it to standard mode, which obviously made it a lot brighter, and it actually made a big difference. It looked way better. So I don't know what kind of set you're watching this on, or if you're watching it on a projector, but on my OLED, I definitely had to turn up the brightness, because otherwise I would have gone mad. My eyes would have started to ache. So definitely a dim movie, at least for me it was. But once I did put it into standard mode and the brightness was higher, the colors looked great. They popped. It didn't look too oversaturated. It still had that kind of a grainy feel to it. Now let's talk about the depth. I'm going to be comparing this to the original Wonder Woman movie in 3D, which had very, very sensational depth. This one, it's good. It has its moments where it's really good, and then it has its moments where it kind of dumbs down a bit. Overall, I'd probably give the depth in this movie like a 3 out of 5 stars. The best depth that you'll see, in my opinion, is in the beginning of the movie, where she's having her flashback as a child, going through like the, I don't know, Amazon Olympics, I guess. And then the outro of the movie, where she's enjoying a white Christmas. Mainly because those scenes, I guess, were shot in IMAX. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming they are. I think it's because, you know, there's no black bars on those scenes. It fills up your entire TV screen. And then once that scene is over, you get your black letterbox bars again. So I'm assuming those scenes, the intro and the outro, were shot in IMAX, and that's why they kind of open up for the TV. But for those two scenes, you're going to see the best depth there, especially the intro when she's doing her Olympics thing. You have many layers that the environment lends its hand to. You know, a lot of trees, shrubs, all that good stuff. When little Diana jumps into the ocean and she's swimming to get to shore to her horse, you really see the depth there too, especially with all the bubbles coming out of the screen. It just looks really nice. You know, there's nothing really like coming out of the TV screen like throughout the entire movie. I would say it's the pop out is a little bit better than what the pop out was on the first Wonder Woman movie, because I don't recall there being that much pop out on the first Wonder Woman. That movie was mostly all just depth. I think there was like 1 or 2 scenes where like you would see bullets coming out kind of the screen. This one has a little bit more than that. For the pop out effects in this movie, I'd probably give it like a, I don't know, 2 out of 5 stars. I don't know, the movie is mostly talking. There's not like a whole ton of like crazy action sequences in this movie, so there's really no need for a lot of pop out, I guess. But you do see it here and there. The best scenes to reference are when her and Steve are flying to Cairo in that private jet or airplane that they're in, and it's nighttime and it's the 4th of July, and you get all these fireworks going off that they're flying through. You really see some good pop outs there. Also, the freeway chase scene where Steve and Diana are chasing, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I don't even think I know the bad guy's character in the movie. I don't think I know his name. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. When they're chasing him and he's got that security detail around him, I think the first bullet that gets shot out at Diana does the same thing it did in the first Wonder Woman movie, where it just kind of comes out of the screen and it goes past her, and you see it like going towards the vehicle behind her, and you kind of zoom out and you see the bullet just kind of like it's out in the distance, but it's still popping off of the screen a little bit. Anyway, you see stuff like that. Also, her lasso is always coming off the screen a little bit. Like I said, nothing too atrocious. It's not coming straight out like between your eyes or anything like that. But it's just the perfect amount of pop for a movie like this. Other than that, I can't really say too much else about the pop out. I think this movie is going to be more centered around depth. If you know, normally for a movie like this, if it wasn't available in the United States and you had to spend serious coin to import it, and you weren't sure if it was worth it or not, I would say don't spend 60 or 70 or 80 bucks or however it costs to import it. I just didn't think it was that spectacular. But it is available in the United States. I got mine from Best Buy even. So if it's not in the store, you can order it online, bestbuy.com, or even go onto Amazon. I saw it there as well. And I believe it was only $29.99. Do I think it's worth $29.99? Yeah. I mean, the 3D is there. It's a good movie. It definitely enhances the experience a little bit. Like I said, the depth I feel like could have been better. The depth is really great in the intro, like I said, with the environment, with the mountains and the trees and everything. But after that, when you get the black letterbox bars, there's a lot of talking and you're in offices, and I just don't really think there was much that they could do with it. But anyway, 30 bucks, I would say definitely worth it. If I had to give like an overall score for everything, 5-star system, given into consideration that the brightness was low, the depth was okay, pop was a little bit better than the first Wonder Woman movie. I would say I'd probably give this one like a 3.5 out of 5 stars when it comes to the 3D. You know, I haven't seen it on the 4K disc yet. Oh, by the way, I did pick up the Steelbook Edition. I don't know if you could see it there. Yeah. Okay, I got the Steelbook Edition. I haven't cracked it open yet. Too bad they didn't have this for the 3D version, but hey, that's okay. Oh, before I forget, the audio. So again, we have a 5.1 DTS HD master audio track for the 3D version. Now, I haven't seen the 4K version yet on disc with Dolby Atmos, but I'm assuming it's better than the HBO Max stream was. And the HBO Max stream with the Dolby Atmos was better than the 5.1 DTS track we got on this. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I need to like recalibrate my speakers, but I think that this is probably the worst 5.1 DTS track out of all the DC EU movies that I've watched so far. I don't understand why they can't give a 7.1 track at least, like the Marvel Disney movies do. I mean, something. I feel like we deserve more. But anyway, yeah, I really had to turn the receiver up like a lot just to make it enjoyable. The bass, the subwoofer, I mean, I didn't feel nothing. But I don't know. The dialogue was clear at least. I didn't really hear too many left surround and right surround effects in it. I mean, I could hear them, but they were very low. I mean, I probably could have just turned up those 2 speakers, but I don't know. I was afraid that I might forget to turn them back down, so I kind of just leave things the way I have them. Anyway, that's just my opinion on the movie. I'm not like, some professional reviewer that has like all this state-of-the-art equipment or anything like that, but I'm just a regular guy, and these are my regular thoughts about a regular average movie. Anyway, it was nice talking to you guys, and I'll try and put out another video soon.